This is the NintenDUO Podcast, and here are the headlines at a glance.
Well, headlines at a glance. So, Nintendo Switch 1 got a huge firmware update, the 20.0.0. And huge stuff is happening, so you got a virtual game card, you can share a game.
Finally,
and in this podcast, we're also going to share a game. I want one of his games, and he's going to share with me, and we're going to update our Switches. And also new icons for the game characters in Switch 1. And also, one of the other things we're going to discuss is Nintendo is suing another company. Well, they're suing Genki.
Genki means good in Japanese, but this is Warui, not so good for Genki.
So, because they leaked some Nintendo Switch 2 information, and Nintendo's very angry about this.
Very angry.
And also, we're going to talk about GTA 6. It got delayed again.
And we're happy about it.
And we're very happy about it.
And we will tell you why we're happy. I mean, it's a valid reason, you know?
It's a valid reason.
Everyone is angry. Even Salu yesterday, it's not nice for the people. No, I am happy.
No, I'm also happy. But I'm not happy about... Well, Xbox is also joining in on the Nintendo's game cards. They're going to cost like $80. And Xbox, at the end of the year, is also raising its prices.
Yeah. Bastards!
Why?
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about why. And that why sounded a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Why?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. And still no Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders for Europe. So we're getting left out. So
Warui, not Genki.
Not Genki. We're going to talk a lot about this. A little bit, but...
yeah.
And that's it.
That's not it, Remco. At the end of this podcast, I'm going to put you to the test. Show the book to the viewers at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you to the test. I'm going to put you to the test. Yeah. But that's at the end of the podcast. So.
I'm going to guess this right this time.
All right. Okay, well, we'll see. Alrighty then, thank you for tuning in. This is episode 7 of the NintenDUO Podcast. And this is Remco. I am Tycho, and we are your hosts of today, of next week, and of every fucking episode you're gonna watch. So, but before we head into the big news, I wanna start with the Newsflash Quickie. So this news is short, quick news, just, that didn't deserve a headline. The first one is actually GTA 6 got delayed again. So, sad moment.
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, you're gonna be sad, but...
Yeah. And you're thinking maybe, okay, hello guys, we're watching the NintenDUO Podcast. Why we're talking about GTA 6? Well, because eventually GTA 6 will make its way to the Nintendo Switch 2. So it's kind of relevant. But not only that, also the whole game industry is involved with this game. Because if GTA 6, for example, is delayed, what has happened right now, so it would come at the autumn of 2025, and now it's coming May 26, 2026, so the end of May, which is at the moment of filming more than a year away. And because of this delay, it means that there's an open gap in the market, and maybe Nintendo feels like, hey, you know what? We might release a game then, because other publishers and companies try to avoid everything, surrounding GTA 6, the time period. So this also is still kind of Nintendo related. That's why I thought, or actually one of your buddies thought it would be...
One of my buddies, Rick, he told me like, oh, this would be interesting because this is about, also involves Nintendo. And like, yeah, sort of.
Did he also say what I just now said? Like, the reasoning behind it, yeah?
Exactly, these words.
That is, I mean, wow. That is, I'm sure, that's cool. Maybe he should take my place sometime when I'm on holiday or...
Yeah, maybe. He can fill in for you.
So about GTA 6, Remco, how do you feel personally? Like,
we have to wait again, and it's going to take longer again.
Yes.
Because there are like lots of memes on the internet about this. Like, oh, I saw like a meme with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger that were playing a game, and they're old, and like, us playing GTA 6. Like, it's been so long since the last GTA release, and it was like, okay. But I don't really mind because you were also saying like, well, we have to buy lots of things. We have to buy a Switch. We have to buy several Switch 2, Nintendo Switch 2, several games, and it's better they don't release it in autumn. Yeah.
For me personally, for us, for you and me personally, it's a very good thing. I was very happy because, yes, Nintendo stuff, and also for this podcast, we still want to buy a third camera. We want to buy some other keyboard, the Rode, from Rode, which is also €650. And we have something else like a Streamlab thing,
Yeah, the Stream Deck, yeah.
Stream Deck. So there's lots of stuff that we want to buy this year. And we don't have a PlayStation 5 yet also.
Yeah.
So, we look forward to GTA 6, but we also need to buy PS5. And then I also, of course, want the PS5 Pro because I'm not a pussy. So, you understand? So when I heard this news, I was like, whoa, that's very good, you know?
It's a relief. Like, oh, okay, well.
I can, half a year longer. That's very good because then I can invest all my money in this podcast, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just want to show you something really quick also.
Oh.
Because I saw this on Instagram. I'll show you or tell you. It's a fun fact. GTA 6 is costing more and taking longer to build than the Burj Khalifa, the building.
Yeah,
so
I know.
You heard that
Dubai,
also?
Yeah. No, I know the building.
Yeah, of course. We all know the building. But did you know this fun fact?
No. Wow, okay.
Because that building took 6 years to build. And it cost 1.5 billion. Yeah. And GTA 6 is now nearly 13 years. And it's reportedly 2 billion in cost. So,
that's crazy.
That is because 1 billion is 1,000 million. You understand? So this is already 2,000 million. This game.
I know. There are days that I don't have that cash on me, but yeah.
Maybe you call me on the days that when you do have it on you. You know, maybe give me a call.
I'll call you.
So I thought there was a fun fact here on Instagram.
Yeah.
It is.
I didn't know that.
No, that is insane.
That's crazy.
It's an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it's a Newsflash Quickie, but we're talking about it already for 5 minutes now. So, but it's insane. No, it's insane. This game is it's not a normal. And that's why I just want to play it at the best way possible, which is unfortunately not a Nintendo Switch 2, but the PlayStation 5 Pro, I think. But still, Nintendo's in my heart. But this game,
I don't know.
You think it's gonna be?
I might buy it on the Switch too. I think.
Yeah.
So we can compare a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
How it looks, how it moves, and because this is one highly anticipated game, and I think that's a good idea. And then we can check.
Just think back 13 years ago.
Yeah, but
like that's 2012.
Yeah. That's what the meme was also about. Like people are getting old. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone, like playing GTA 6 when they're old. Yeah,
you're right because 12 years ago they were young.
Yeah, they were. Like
no, but just think back 12 or 13 years ago. Like 2012. Like what were you doing? Because I know what I was doing all year long in 2012. I was making the joke. Je weet zelf 2012. Which is very funny in Dutch. You know it yourself. 2012.
Very funny.
That's what I did all year long. What were you doing in 2012?
I was studying, I think. Yeah. University. Yeah.
Okay.
Busy.
Well, I feel it's time to go to the next Newsflash Quickie.
Yeah, let's do that.
So that is Xbox joins the $80 price tag. And I pushed the button right now. I don't know if it was, meant to be, but I hope it was good. Remco?
Beautiful.
Okay, cool. So Xbox joins the $80 price tag. Yeah, there was news a few days ago. As we all know, Mario Kart World is gonna cost $80, and the whole world was shocked. Nintendo, what the hell? What you doing? Usually you're this company cheaper than the rest, and now you're gonna, go up a step above Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah, but now.
And now Microsoft says at the end of the year, their first-party games will be $80. We don't know euros yet, so for us, it's probably going to be more. Maybe 90. We don't know the euro price yet.
No, but I saw some rumors, 80 euros, but it's still not uncertain. But I'm
wait.
Expecting 90. Yeah.
You're saying it's not uncertain, so it's certain.
Yeah,
it's a double.
I'm still uncertain. I didn't know you were listening.
Yeah, I am listening. Not just talking here. Let's zoom in on Remco because his camera is now.
It finally works.
it's I mean, compared to last week,
Look,
sharp
I'm here.
as a razor. No, I mean it looks much better.
It looks clean and it's perfect.
Yeah, because last few weeks, and we also got. I mean, you got some comments from your buddies like, "What the hell," right?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing, man?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, also audience, because we're trying to figure things out, and so Remco's camera is his iPhone, and then lots of cables and dongles, but now
it's up to speed.
beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the Snorlax also.
Yeah, look at the Snorlax.
Yeah, and nothing else to see in that shot. Nothing else.
Yeah, you can now see my tears also, like when we're talking about the $80 games.
That's my camera.
That's you, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some tears also. But
Tears of what?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So Xbox joins the price tag. I heard someone talk about it as well. That's how it goes, because we're on YouTube, etc. So this guy from Switch Force, Zach from Switch Force, with his Good Morning Mario. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, Switch fans.
Oh, yeah.
That's his opening phrase every episode. And I wonder, does he really record it in the morning? Or are you cheating, Zach? Sometimes maybe in the evening and midday. Doesn't matter. I was going to say something. He was talking about this. Oh, yeah. Xbox joins the $80 price tag, blah, 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 blah. And everyone was angry at Nintendo. But maybe Nintendo felt it coming. That was kind of what he was saying. And Nintendo felt it coming, this, and they were just the first to do it. Because anyways, Microsoft would have done this. And also in the comment section, so one of the companies was going to do this. And no one expects it to be Nintendo. And of course, everyone knows the GTA 6 is going to be like $100 or $120 for sure. But that's an exception. But we all expect, okay, someday, some game is going to cost 80, maybe the next Horizon or something. But no, okay, now there's Mario Kart. And Xbox is the second publisher to do it. But do you think that this would have happened if Nintendo wouldn't have, stated the price of Mario Kart? Because Zach said they didn't release it yet. So Microsoft, the plan, blah, 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 they didn't release it. But yeah, that doesn't matter. Nintendo shouted it out in public. And Microsoft could then think, okay, now's the time, to do it as well, Yeah, were they waiting, or maybe did they plan this already, or what do you think?
Yeah, maybe they were really planning it, but it's strange. Like Microsoft joins the fray, like, oh, we're gonna make it $80 because now everybody is angry at Nintendo for raising the prices, and I think they thought like, well, if people are accepting the $80 games, well, why not do it ourselves also, like the price raise to $80, but only for the premium game, only for the first party games. And maybe they felt the time was right. And it was a smart move, like waiting. Let's see what the competition is doing. So maybe PlayStation is even Sony is going to join.
100% Sony is now going to join. But do you think that they would have done this if... Okay, so they were waiting for the competition, so you're saying no? They wouldn't have done this yet, maybe? Oh, one more thing. They're not just raising the games. They're raising everything. Did you hear about that? Also the console.
Oh, yeah, the console also, yeah.
Like everything. The controllers, everything is being raised. But the console is like €150 more it's going to be. You understand?
That's a lot, yeah.
So if you want an Xbox, now's the time to buy it, because at the end of the year, it's going to cost more. And that's insane. That never happens, right? Like...
Yeah.
No, I mean it, seriously,
I know,
right?
But don't get it on the holidays. Like, get it now.
Get it now. It's crazy. Never in our life it happened that they raised a console price. Like, okay, let's put €150 on top. That is a crazy thing.
Yeah, and maybe it's all like a strategic move, but because the Switch 2 is coming out, it's being more expensive. People are angry that it's expensive, and now they're saying like, oh, well, the Xbox, at the end of the year is going to be $150 more. So you better buy it now and don't buy a Switch 2. Buy an Xbox now. Don't wait until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So then they're trying to take away the competition, take out the competition, like Nintendo. Maybe it's a strategic move, like to plan this now, because it's you still have to wait like 6 months.
Yeah, but you're forgetting about the love between Microsoft and Nintendo, right? Like Phil Spencer.
Yeah, but they want money. They both want money.
I don't want to do gestures here, But yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
guess.
but at the end, it all comes down to money. So yeah, maybe they're working a lot more together, but it's still if this was planned, because they saw like Nintendo raising the prices, raising also the game prices. Well, then there's somebody there who's doing his job very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Oh, you just make me laugh.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well.
it's actually a nervous. I'm actually crying. Like, oh,
My wallet.
My wallet.
Yeah, but look, you were not planning to buy an Xbox, right? Like,
No.
why would we need an Xbox? Because Game Pass is... Anyway, all the Xbox games are on PlayStation or Nintendo, right? Or both. You know, it's coming. So we don't... We just need the PlayStation, I guess, eventually. But about this Xbox thing... So they're raising the price. It's going to be... I forgot how much it exactly was. And we're not so much into the Xbox. But I think it was like 600, the total price. And so the Switch 2 is 150 less. Oh, I think it's now like 500 or something. And then it's going to be raised. And
Yes.
you understand? Like now there's almost no difference between Switch 2 and the Xbox. But because of this price race, the difference will be high again. And Nintendo is the cheapest again, once again. You understand?
Yeah.
So the only console close to Switch 2 is the Xbox Series S, which has no disk drive or something, the white version, you know, the weaker
the
variant. For the rest, I had enough of Xbox now, actually, this talk. So also, it's a Newsflash Quickie, Remco, and
we have to be quick about it.
we have to be quick about it. So let's hop on to the most sad news of them all. Oh, Remco is in frame, but I want to go to myself, which is still no Switch 2 pre-orders in Europe.
Oh yeah, that's sad news.
It is very sad.
Still no news, no nothing.
The
5th of June 5th is coming, and well, I'm not expecting any pre-orders.
You did
for your
not at all.
No.
You think it's not gonna happen?
No, if it would have happened, it would have happened already now. So.
Yeah, but I still think it's gonna be just on bol.com. You think it's not gonna be like I'm not able to order it? Just like
you can order, but not like a real pre-order. Like you can order it in advance, but
yeah, I can't do that right now though. Like now it says not available, and I cannot order it.
No,
I just push the button like notify me
when it's available. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the news, guys. I mean, about the Switch 2 here in Europe. There's nothing, like at least in the US and in Asia, except China, because China has to wait like a long time, right? No Switch 2s over there, but but at least you guys can pre-order your Switch 2, and we in Europe we have nothing.
We have nothing.
I mean, also Germany, right? We're not checking all European countries constantly. Maybe in Portugal suddenly it's available. We don't know. But in the Netherlands and Germany, at least, what we know of, there's nothing. So maybe we do have to run to the stores. Actually, you know what day it is today?
Oh, yes, I know.
May the 4th be with you. So congratulations once again. I think I also said it in the opening of this video. Anyways, it's time to head to the to the news. You know, the news. Let's head to the news, because...
The Nintendo Switch firmware update 20.0.0. So this is going to be a really big update for the Nintendo Switch 1. And we're just going to prepare for the Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, yeah. Here we have our Nintendo Switch 1 only. And we're going to update it live on this channel.
I see you want to say Nintendo Switch 2, but it's still the original OG Nintendo Switch 1 over here. Yeah.
No, we're not there yet. So, and in this huge update, maybe one of the biggest updates for the Nintendo Switch ever. One of the things they're gonna do is new virtual game cards. That's a new option in this update. We have GameShare for the Nintendo Switch 2. Oh. No. System transfer to the Nintendo Switch 2. And new icon colors and some eShop updates. Well, it's still rumor, but we're going to talk about that. And new profile icons. And, Very interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
So let's start. Let's talk about the new the virtual game cards.
Alrighty, virtual game cards. Yeah.
Interesting.
It is Nintendo announced, of course, the virtual game cards in the last Nintendo Switch 1 Direct. I forgot when it was. It was before the Switch 2 Direct, but after the Switch 1 trailer.
Yeah.
Somewhere in February, I think, or somewhere in January, maybe at the end of January.
Yeah.
2025. So if you're watching this in 2030, comment down below. Thank you. Do you think that people still watch our videos in 2030?
I hope so.
I hope so as well. Virtual game cards. So I'm a little bit. What is this again? Virtual game. I'm very. I'm
scared, anxious, angry. What are you?
Because
happy.
What they're doing now. I mean, okay. So we're gonna update our Switches live here in this podcast in a moment, right? Like one of us is gonna do it first, and we're gonna compare, right?
Yep.
But a virtual game card is just all the virtual games that we bought are now considered virtual game cards. So I do have some games over here on this Switch.
And what do you have inside?
Yeah, because you don't have virtual game cards, eh?
No.
Like, for example, Dragon Ball Z plus Fighter, huh? Or this SpongeBob Smash Brothers clone game, you know, those are virtual games. But I think, if I understand correctly, after this update, I can lend these games to you, right? Because then it's a virtual game card. These games that I bought
I think that's
will be considered. So, for example, the game One Night Burlesque, what I know you want to play, I can finally lend it to you.
Ask for weeks, yeah. And not be scared I'm never going to return it. Like, oh.
And that is the positive thing, yes. Because, you know, there are some people in the past that have lended games from me, now that you bring it up.
Oh, sorry.
And they didn't return it.
Oh.
One of these people, you know, one of these persons was called Flanchar, who used to be called Flensje. Yeah, you remember that? I do. But he had a lot of games. And I also remember once that he took a buddy of his to my house, and suddenly a lot of games were missing, you know? So, no, I do remember that.
Oh, okay.
But also other people, like, you remember when we were in the elementary school, like the tweede Dalton,
I know.
the Dalton brothers.
Yeah.
I remember I had a Game Boy, and I forgot who, but one of those kids there, you know, like, I had a Game Boy with games, and then once it was like, take your toys to school day or something. We were all sitting in a circle somewhere. Take your toys to school. Yeah. I took my Game Boy. Yeah, the first OG black and white Game Boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I remember there were some people that lended games from me back then, and I never saw those games again. I don't want to say any names, and I won't.
No,
but you know those names, Remco.
I know, and if they're watching,
kill them.
No,
okay.
Return the games, please.
Just return the games. Just you can also give them to Remco, and it's not nice, you know.
Yeah. Be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice. Yeah.
And maybe some more people actually, you know, like Vincent. You know, The Last of Us, for example.
Oh.
The Last of Us for the PlayStation 4. He has that. He has that still, and also Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2. Great games. Yeah. So this virtual game card, you know, from Nintendo, genius solution. Because I can lend my games to people, and automatically, 2 weeks later, it will return to my Switch.
Yeah, but I heard it. It's limited to how many people you can lend it to. There was a limit, right? On the
You're right.
people, I think.
Well, there's one thing that we have to become now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you and me, we have this NintenDUO podcast that you, of course, are subscribed to. But we don't have to buy every game twice, I was thinking, right? No. So sometimes, or most of the times probably, it's either you or me will buy a game, and then we can lend the game to each other. You know, even if it's a virtual game. And if... so when we do... But there's only one... thing that we need to do, you know, because you're right, we cannot just lend games. If I'm correct, we need to be kind of like family or something.
Yeah.
So if you can marry my sister, I know she has a husband, but we need to be family, Remco.
Things we do
Either
for
I marry your
Nintendo.
brother or you marry my sister. One of the two.
Yeah.
So
The things we do for Nintendo.
the things we do for Furakawa.
Yeah, they could have made it a little bit easier just for friends or something like that.
But I think it's possible because I think like if one of us, like if you're in this house and we're on the same Wi-Fi, then it's considered family probably. It's the same as Netflix because I have people coming over here and they just use my Netflix. People like my mother and Salu or Selahattin Kilic. And they just, because they're constantly in this house and then they are not constantly, I mean, I mean like every few weeks, So they just, the Netflix is always working on their phones. And I think it's the same with the Switch. So we can just be family. But I'm not sure how we're going to do that.
Yeah. To be connected to the Wi-Fi or something and log in with that same Wi-Fi connection maybe. So I think it's something
and something
like that.
else.
Yeah, and something more.
Because otherwise everyone with a Switch would be family immediately, like every couch server. So we need to do something like connect to family probably, like just pretend that we have a kid, pretend.
Yeah.
And then we buy that kid a Switch and then we connect the Switch to the family, right? Like something like that. We
We have to do a lot to make this happen.
But we will do that because we're not going to buy every game twice, Remco. I'm sorry, but maybe Mario Kart is the only game and Smash Brothers.
Yeah, of course.
But for the rest, I don't see any other game that we would need to buy twice. Maybe if this James Bond game, that if we want to play multiplayer and we do need two copies, then okay. But for the rest,
that might be a problem. Yeah.
What other game do you think we need to buy twice?
Yeah, maybe a Zelda game is cool, but it's not really necessary. Like
it's not necessary at all.
No, cause
I mean it's cool, but
it's cool.
I can wait a few weeks,
Thinking more like multiplayer games. Like what you were saying, like James Bond games, like shooters, racing
Zelda,
games. Yeah.
I mean, if it's a game that we both can't wait,
maybe
you got a point. But we will play Zelda live probably with the Elgato stream thing. So probably.
No. Not necessary. No.
So, virtual game cards. I'm good with it, I think, with this virtual game card system. I heard people were positive about it. So, we will talk a little bit more about that after we did all the other updates, the firmware update 20.0.0. Then we're going to update, our switches and compare, But now, first, point 2, GameShare.
GameShare,
yeah. GameShare sounds like what we just now were talking about, virtual game card, but no, GameShare, something else.
Yeah.
For example, I have a very lame game called Backgammon on my Switch, and then I share the game with you, and then we can play Backgammon together, I hope it's also possible with cooler games, but till now I see just games that we don't want to play, like chess. Okay, we just grab a real chess board, but GameShare, maybe for Zelda 4 Swords or something, or
something.
Toad's Treasure Trackers,
maybe Mario Brothers, those kind of games. I think.
Yeah,
maybe Mario Rabbids or something, or no, that's a single player. But if they would introduce a multiplayer, but Smash Brothers.
Funny that you bring it up also because that game I was playing, Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. But I don't want to play it anymore. It sucks.
No more hope.
I'm not hopeful about this game. So, look at this little star here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this cute little star.
Yeah. So, well, that's it about the GameShare. Oh, no, one more thing, of course. So we will update, the Switch 1, the Nintendo Switch 1, but we will not be able to use GameShare yet because a Nintendo Switch 2 has to initiate the GameShare. So as soon as we have a Switch 2 here in this house, we can share this game with these Switch 1s, So we have 4 Switches then. So maybe we can actually play something with 4 players because we have 4 Switches at that moment. And then I don't know what game, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna release like another game.
Like a 3-4 Switch and stuff, that crap.
Yeah, not the premium games. I don't think so.
It's interesting because GameShare, how does it work actually? Like, one Switch must download it from the other Switch or something, right? Like it's Bluetooth.
Yeah, I think via Bluetooth or via Wi-Fi. I think
and that
they need to be on the same network. They need to be connected.
Yeah, but you cannot download it from the Wi-Fi. I mean, the Switch is sending it to the other Switch, right? Or do you think it's uploading it?
Yeah, maybe it sees it's connected to the same network. Like,
yeah,
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, that is interesting, actually.
I expect it. Oh.
Next on the list is the system transfer to the Nintendo Switch 2. So we're now naming the things that's included in the Switch 20.0.0 update, firmware update. So this is, of course, only possible when you have a Switch 2. It's just like when you buy a new iPhone and you put the two switches next to each other probably, and it's going to transfer. So the option will be there after doing this update. At least that's what we heard.
Well, let's see what happens. Yeah.
I heard it from Alex from...
Oh, you mean Alex from...
Nintendo Live.
You heard it from him directly, or?
Well, he doesn't know who I am, I think, unfortunately.
Oh, let's see. Oh.
Yeah. So, and the next thing is the icon colors. All right, so right now I can show you how it looks like because we didn't do the update yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my Switch out.
Yes. Okay, so this is how the icon colors look like. Everyone knows on the Switch 1, which is hard to see. Maybe on your camera, actually. And there you are, Remco, you're live in screen. Maybe you can show your icon colors.
Over here,
yeah. Yeah. Can you hold it up in frame? So, okay, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
But this is the best we can do. So the eShop is red, and the store is yellow, and that's gonna change with the firmware update. Big news. But also there will be 2 buttons added, and those are the virtual game cards and the GameShare. So
I'm gonna put it down below.
Yeah. Yes, down below.
In the right or in the middle? What do you think?
What do you prefer?
I think somewhere in the middle.
Malcolm
in the middle.
Well, he's back in Germany. And if you want to understand that, then watch last episode of the NintenDUO Podcast, episode 6. And the last thing... Oh, not the last thing. Okay, so there's this rumor.
Yeah.
I see that little finger. I get a little bit of déjà vu feeling when I see that finger, but let's not dive too deep. So, Remco, the second to last thing.
Yeah, so the the eShop. So the art and video previews are supposedly going to be in a higher quality and a lot smoother. Yeah, but this is a rumor.
Supposedly that's
Yeah, it's because somebody made a comment about this.
Yeah. So it's going very slow, and the quality is very bad indeed. So no, I mean it when I look in the eShop and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I hope it will run smoother. I mean on the Switch 1, I mean Switch 2, I expected that of course, but now on Switch 1. By the way, you see how my Joy-Cons are not wobbly at all? Just a little side note here, because I never used my Switch in handheld mode or, it's always docked. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I hear those people, who had the hands-on with the Switch 2, like, whoa, it's so, it's not wobbly like the Switch 1, unless you just took it out of the box. But my Switch has been docked since the beginning, still in perfect mint condition. Yes.
Very nice.
And the last thing that's updated in this big update, I mean the last big thing, are these new profile icons.
Look at them.
And look at them. So very, very slight changes, right?
Except for one.
Which is the monkey here in the room.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. Oh, sorry.
DK
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
So look at, very slight changes, like just the light, a little bit more light on that mushroom.
Yeah, like a little bit more shadow.
A little bit more shadow. Look at that blue Pikmin. Okay, let's just turn his head a little bit. Look at the yellow Pikmin. Let's just, I don't know, the pupils are a little bit changed.
Yeah.
Look at that star, like,
the star is
less glow on the left, but I don't know, overall more bright. Everything's more bright, but Donkey Kong, of course, this is the new Donkey Kong, and he's getting
He's getting a glow up. Eh?
his globe, but everywhere. So this is Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza, Donkey Kong from Super Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong from the Super Mario Brothers movie. And this is kind of big because it's on the Switch one, and they cannot go back, of course, to old games and change Donkey Kong everywhere. But they did it here, so
Yeah, it's a new start for Donkey Kong, and
yeah.
So good. It's a nice little little big update,
Yeah.
and let's update. Right?
Yes. So who's gonna go first? It's you or me.
Let me go first.
You go for it.
So here we go.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how long it takes, we will cut something out here.
Of course.
Maybe actually we do cut something out right now. Like, I just snap my fingers. I snap my fingers and the update is done. How about that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Well, that went very smooth.
Like magic. What?
Yes,
fast.
Magic Mike. Oh.
And,
So how many minutes did it take, Remco?
it took like maybe less than 1 minute. Actually.
Yes, and you know what it is? Maybe that's not the Switch, but that's because I am paying big money for the quickest internet of the country.
Yeah.
No, I'm paying big money. You know how much I'm paying per month?
$1,000 or euros.
$1,000. So,
Yeah.
no, like €70 per month, but just internet.
Wow.
So no TV,
Oh,
nothing, no telephone, just internet.
You have a fast download and upload speed, and
Yes, and
that's
well,
you see,
it's working.
This is a result.
So I mean, let's compare but
Yeah,
just
let's-
one thing. Like, you have your Switch on light mode, and I have my Switch on dark mode.
Ooh,
You
enjoy the
didn't-
darkness.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, have you ever been on Discord? The app Discord,
Yes.
the chat app.
Yeah.
Because you know what they say about people in light mode over there. I forgot what they say, but it's just very shocking to me. Light mode. It's always
Yeah.
something.
Why is yours in dark mode if you never use it as a handheld?
On the TV.
Oh,
It's
the
very
TV.
bright, like
Oh, I don't care. I just click.
Yeah.
And usually my game just starts up, and then
Okay, because now we're comparing.
yeah.
One is in light and one is in dark, but your camera is better with zooming in. So let's just. There we go. Well, it's very difficult to see actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
maybe I. Okay. Well, I don't see. Yeah, but I guess the people at home can see it. I hope.
I hope you guys can see it. Yeah. So this one is the updated one, and this is the not updated one. And you can see the icons down below. They've changed a little bit.
Yeah.
I cannot see it on the screen, but
I mean, we can't
Yeah.
see it, but can I see it actually in real life? Like, can I?
there you go, sir.
Like, how does it look?
Wow, it looks amazing.
I mean, it does look.
It looks a little bit better, a little sleeker, cooler.
It does look amazing, actually.
Thank you.
Green. Yes. Maybe. Wait, if you hold them both, I'll make a photo.
Yeah.
And then I just pop the photo on the screen. I think that's something that we should do for the viewers at home, so they can really.
Let's take a picture. It
Okay, so-
will last longer. So.
Okay, so people at home can see the photo. Then they see what we're talking about here. So I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks very nice compared to each other.
The icons are a little bit smaller or nicer. The color from
I have to get used to it. That it's just so many icons suddenly down there. So yeah.
they changed the not the order. No.
So maybe try pressing, something.
Oh, I see the game card option. Yeah.
The
I see
game.
it.
Okay, so maybe I should also update my Switch, and then we just
Yeah.
try the game
Yeah.
share thing, right? Like, we're gonna share a game with
Yeah.
you,
So
and then in 2 weeks it will be back, right?
Yeah.
In episode 9 of the NintenDUO Podcast,
I think so. Yeah.
but probably the
Yeah.
day after. So probably in episode
Yeah.
10 we can.
Yeah, this is 6. So yeah.
No, it's 7, right? 6 is last week with German Tim. Oh fuck, you're
This
right.
is 6.
This
Yeah.
is 6.
Yeah.
But
I did 6 like this.
Yeah, but I was saying 7 earlier, right?
Yeah, at the beginning you said 7. Like,
And no one... And where's Yuki? Okay.
yeah, that's the problem. We miss Yuki.
Okay, so... can you snap your fingers, please?
Oh yeah, of course.
And we're back.
So
Very smooth. And you know how long it took? Less than a minute, actually, because I was looking at the clock. So 55 seconds.
wow, that's fast.
That's very fast. So actually, maybe it's not such a big update.
no.
Oh, it's such a big update.
Big. Well, I changed my screen also to the dark mode. Yeah, back
You
The
can say
dark-
black mode, I think,
the
right?
darkness.
Yeah. Well, once you go black,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes.
Whoa.
Look at this.
Okay, I'm gonna share a game with you, alright? So, GameShare.
Oh yeah.
I just want to...
Virtual game cards.
oh, wait.
What's the word on? Which?
We're not in the same family plan, so I'm just gonna try to...
Oh. Yeah. Well, it's
Accepting a GameShare. Oh, wait a second. Of course we cannot do GameShare.
it's
The other one.
the virtual game
Where's
cards.
where's the virtual game cards?
See on the right side.
Oh yeah,
Almost next to the
get
off
used to
button.
this. Okay.
So there it says which users' virtual game cards would you
Oh.
like to view?
Okay,
So
look.
Oh, yeah, let's show yours because
Did you ever buy a game?
no, that's
okay,
why
so-
I s-
Here, I mean, what did it say at yours? Sorry, Remco. Let's. You were
Oh,
reading something.
I
Dana?
have free games.
Yeah, show it to the
Right.
peeps. So you do have something, and what does it say? Because
It says Pokemon Shield, Smash Brothers Ultimate, and Diablo 2.
yeah, I meant actually the sentence above it. Like here,
Oh.
you can view your virtual game cards. Any digital software you purchase will be displayed here as a virtual game card.
All right.
That sentence, don't you have that?
Yeah, I thought you meant the previous sentence. I have the same sentence. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And let's go to
but
net.
your games, are they? Because you bought them physical, right?
Yeah.
It's Smash Bros.
Physical. Yes.
So
Yep.
why is it there?
I have no idea. One of the many mysteries of Nintendo.
No, but it's interesting. Smash Bros. Is there, right?
Yeah, it's a physical game, but maybe it's not inside the Switch. Maybe then it says like, oh, it's virtual. I don't know. Let's see what it
Mm.
says. If you can tap it, I think.
Okay, so you can select virtual game cards to load to this console.
Mm.
Once you've loaded the virtual game card, its icon will appear on the home menu, and you'll be able to play this game. Okay, so yeah, you load the virtual game, of course. Yeah. All right. Okay.
You see the image. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have 29 games here,
Wow.
but my games are just showing virtual things. So, and Smash Bros. Also, I see. But for the rest, all
Ah.
virtual.
Yeah, so Pokemon Shield, it says downloadable content. Smash Bros.
Oh,
Ultimate,
okay.
downloadable
Content.
Diablo free, downloadable content.
Yeah, Zelda also, I see. Breath of the Wild.
Oh, for me, it's.
Oh, you didn't buy the DLC?
Don't
No.
tell this online.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Why?
Ay, you didn't.
I stopped exploring the world.
So actually, I can share the Zelda DLC with you.
Yeah, give it to me.
Oh, just for 2 weeks then, huh? Okay, but look, I can share something with you now, right? For
Oh,
2
yeah.
weeks. Okay.
You want Pokemon Shield? You don't have that, or Diablo free?
Yeah, but it's
Eternal Collection?
Pokemon Shield. How is that possible?
Yeah, it's.
Downloadable content. It's not the full game, right?
Yeah, maybe it's the DLC. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a DLC. Yeah.
It's just something you downloaded. So
So if you click one of the games, for instance,
yeah, but
huh?
maybe I do it because you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
do it.
games. You just have I send you a game so you can
Okay.
play it, right? Because
Okay,
I'm
give
not.
it to me,
Yeah,
please.
which is that's a little bit more.
Show me.
Okay. So, for example, Bayonetta. You know the game?
Yes.
I'll try to send it to you. Okay, so load to another console or lend to a family group member.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Oh, so I do have to add something? Okay, so this is going to take... this is a very difficult QR code. We need to become family first.
Yeah. So we have to tie the knot.
We have to become family, so maybe we do that really quick and we'll be back in 1 second.
4 hours later.
Alrighty, so that took ages. It took a long time. I invited you. I mean, in your email, we had to grab your phone and
Took longer than expected.
But now I see your account here, Sasuke with the letter Z. Interesting, because Sasuke is with the S. So
Yeah, it was the only one that I did this a long
And
time
now?
ago.
a long time ago, like when?
Yeah.
You could change the name, right?
Huh?
You could just change the name. Like,
Yeah, maybe I should.
I mean, yeah, of course you should, because this is the name that people see when they kick your ass online, you know?
If that happens, so... Yeah.
I mean, when I kick your ass online, I'll see Sasuke, but I just want to see Remco or, you know, like, please have mercy, you know, something like that.
Okay.
So now, I will lend you Bayonetta. So I press lend.
Has to be you?
I don't know. It has. I mean, other users need to open the virtual game cards and
Okay. It's open.
on their console's home menu, then select Sasuke and move the consoles close together. Alrighty.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. I can now borrow. It says borrow this virtual game card. Move the console close together. Then proceed. Borrow. Yes, please.
You know what this reminds me of a little bit? Of the Game Boy time.
Yeah,
You know, I feel like
with the
we're,
Game
you know, with two Game Boys here trading a Pokemon or something.
like, with the DS, like
That's how it feels. Well, the DS, yeah, I never did that, I think, but with the Game Boy, you know, color,
I got it.
you got the game.
I got the game, guys.
You got Bayonetta 1.
It's over here.
Hey, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's pretty. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's insane, actually. This. Oh, it's still downloading.
Oh yeah, it's still downloading, but
Yeah, it's a big game. It's the full game, eh? It's not a demo or something. You got the full.
ooh, it's taking a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full
Yeah.
game. You want more?
No, I'm good. Well, let it download now. Yeah, nice.
Wait, collect from family group member. It also says.
No, don't do that. No.
And then
Oh,
I can just grab it, take it back. It will be ejected from the console it was borrowed on,
no.
and will no longer be playable on that console. So any moment, you know, I can just take it back whenever I want.
busy with the final boss. Like, oh, eject. No.
And I can push options also. Few details.
Okay, see.
Okay, I can see how you suck in this game. No, I see status, lent to a family group member, lent to Sasuke with the Z.
Okay.
Until the 18th of May,
Oh.
and then 5:26 p.m. It says.
Very
Th-
specific.
Very specific. The 18th of May.
Oh. Okay.
So is that exactly 2 weeks?
Let's
Let's check the agenda, because I feel like it's
18.
18th, yeah. 1/8.
Yeah, that's over 14 days. So yeah, that's 2 weeks.
Well, 14 is 2 weeks, yeah. Or,
Yeah.
as some young people would say, a fortnight. So that's exactly on Sunday, when we record episode 8, not episode... This
7, you mean? This is 6?
This is 6.
Oh wait, no, it's over 2 weeks. Yeah.
So you try to F me over now,
Yeah,
eh?
of course.
You try just
Try
like
to
a
trip
smack.
him over a little bit. Like
Jesus. Next week it's Mother's Day. Don't forget about that. And then next week you're gonna give me back my Bayonetta.
No way. No way.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is nice. It's just a shame that you didn't buy any games, because I can lend like 29 games to you, you know. But this is a very nice idea of Nintendo.
I can lend you downloadable content. Yeah.
No, but really, because I have a lot of games here, like Little Dragon's Cafe, Dragon Ball Z, Railbound, SpongeBob, One Night Burlesque, Unravel 2,
Yeah, but this
Violet.
is very cool, because then you can try a game for a few weeks and are like, well, it's cool. I'm gonna buy the game myself. Maybe that's why Nintendo is doing this.
Yeah, you know they're doing this
Yeah.
because those games are €80. Hey, this is very good.
Yeah.
But can I also lend you Smash Brothers? Because, oh no, it's downloadable content. But you know,
Yeah.
this is very good. I feel like maybe on the Switch 2, I'm not going to buy any physical games anymore. I mean, I'm really feeling it now. I understand. This is the future.
Yeah, but this is cool.
And it will be cheaper. Virtual games, eh?
Mhm.
I mean, Mario Kart is €30 cheaper, yeah, if I buy it virtually. Plus, I can lend it out.
Yeah, because you already have it downloaded. So yeah.
And I will always get it back.
You don't have to worry that somebody steals
So-
your. Little game cards.
Like, I understand people are a little bit like, I want to have the physical game. They want to lick it. Those youngsters, you know. Yeah, I mean, they do that. Those YouTubers, you know, they lick the games and stuff.
Yeah, I heard it. It's disgusting.
Disgusting. And I'm talking about you, C&D, Alex. But how do you feel? Do you feel this emotional connection or something like, I want to have physical games. I want to have the box on the wall, you know, I want to have a physical box with games in it. You have a Switch case. You want to have those games in it. Each time when you switch games, you know, you have to walk to your Switch, take out the game, put in a new game. Do you want that, Remco? Just be honest to me.
Yeah, I actually like prefer like the physical games, but only the aspect of having it in your hand and seeing it. But when you're switching up games, it's a little bit annoying. I agree, like opening up and that little flap on the top of the Switch one.
Yeah.
It's really annoying getting the game in and out without like breaking the game or like damaging it a little bit.
Or the flap.
Or the flap.
Yeah.
So
we talked about this flap.
Yeah, we talked about this flap.
Like
yeah,
2 months ago.
You hated the flap.
I hate the flap and just I don't want any flap. And there's still flap in the Switch too, so... But if I just don't ever buy a physical game, I never
have to use that.
Have to use the flap.
Never have to walk to your TV, like grabbing the game out, putting it inside.
Yeah, I think I will only buy vintage Nintendo Switch 2 games. You know, second hand.
Yeah,
vintage.
Oh, yeah, that's also a good idea. Yeah.
And for the rest. Okay, so what's the downside? The downside is that you don't have to, like you said, like you want to have it in your hands, right? The game.
Yeah, and there's also one thing I heard about the digital games. When you have them, you download them. They're on your console, and if the Switch 2, if it gets discontinued after years and years and years of use, the Switch 3 is going to come, and people are saying like, well, is it still possible to play the Switch 2 games? If it's over for the Switch 2 or for the Switch 1, no, can you still play them? If it's like a game cartridge, you can always play it. But if it's digital and I don't know, people are speculating about that.
Yeah, I'm
not scared.
I'm not sure if this was this what they were talking about, because when you download the game is on your system, right? You don't need an internet connection to play this game. I can play the game in the airplane as well. It's on my Switch. Just like with the Switch 1. I can play it in the airplane.
Yeah.
So even if the Switch 3 will come, I will be able to play the full game. But maybe this was about something else. You know, like it has to be connected to the internet or something.
Yeah.
For sure, it's about Nintendo Switch Online because NSO. That is we need.
Yeah, that especially if it's over, then it's over. But
I know what it's about. You have the physical game cards with not the full game on it, right? But the code, and that's what this was about.
Oh yeah, with the code. Yeah,
because then you have to download the game, and maybe in 20 years when someone resells it, and then you cannot download it anymore. Blah, blah, blah. But with this, if you download the game on your Switch, it will stay. It's just on your Switch. I can still lend it probably to you. You know,
so there are only advantages to getting it digital.
I mean, you will not be able to hold it in your hands, like you said.
No.
But you know, honestly,
cradle it. Huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where my cats are because you can cradle, something.
I don't know where they are.
Under the bed, probably.
Scared of this podcast.
Yuki-chan. Now she might be coming in a few moments. I forgot what I wanted to say.
What about the digital games? Well, what do you prefer? Well, you were saying because you also have lots of game cards.
Oh yeah, I remember when my girlfriend gave me the PlayStation 4. She bought it secondhand from people who from Australia. They moved to Canada. They didn't want to take the PlayStation 4 with them, so she bought it from them.
Nice.
And what they did was, because up till that moment, I always placed my games back in the box, Every Wii game was in the Wii, Cube game in the Cube boxes, I had a lot of boxes. And remember also my childhood, all the boxes everywhere, right? My whole room was full of boxes everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And up to that point, it was here in this house, boxes. But then she bought that PlayStation and they used a little folder and put all the PS4 games in there. I was just like a CD, book cover thing. And I thought, yeah, that's actually cool. I mean, they even threw away their... I have a lot of PS4 games. I don't have the boxes because they buy the games, throw away the box, and put it in that, sleeve, like a CD sleeve. With a lot of... like a book, but then for CDs.
I have a few of those.
Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
So... Sorry?
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought, it takes much less space because it's just there in a drawer. It takes this much space for like 20 games. Yeah. And I thought, that's a good idea. So also for the Nintendo Switch 1, what I did, I bought those little, how do you call those plastic little...
Yeah, those are card holders for the game card.
And I open it and I put all the games in it, I don't use the boxes. The boxes are just taking space. They're also there. But it just takes space. And you know what it is also with these Nintendo Switch 1 boxes? There's nothing in it. Like in the times of the Game Boy, N64, we had little booklets, with art, stuff like that. How to play the game, little jokes in there. Even in this game, Super Mario Land 2, what we did a retro rewind about, Super Mario Land 2 on the original Game Boy. There was a little booklet and explaining, why Wario took the castle and Mario's island and stuff. Stuff like that, what's not even mentioned in the game itself, was in the little booklet. But now, during this time, where companies are getting greedier and greedier, you only get stuff like that when you buy a limited edition for €100, and then it's still, very, very scarce, like almost nothing. Because when you buy a Switch game, all that's there is the Switch game itself, and then there's nothing, not even one little flyer, nothing there's nothing.
Sometimes there's a little flyer.
Sometimes
with a code or something for just commercials like buy this game, or you have this code.
Yeah,
redeem this code, and
but not something cool, like
with Pokemon you got like I thought like 10 quick balls or something like that.
What I don't know what that means. It sounds very wrong.
It is.
It sounds very wrong. And I want to quickly get to the next subject, or back to the what we were talking about.
But they're mostly empty. Those game
what, those
boxes.
quick balls or no?
Yeah.
Those game boxes. Yeah,
game boxes.
They're empty, and I feel I got used to not using game boxes anymore in the last 8 years. So PS4, Switch 1, and now with the Switch 2, and now here how I see how this Bayonetta thing went.
Yeah, it went smooth.
It went so smooth. I'm convinced that this next generation, I'm gonna be all virtual. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask, because look, I understand you, physical, blah, 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 you want to have it in your hands, but how do you feel about DVDs and Blu-rays? Because that's also, in the past. You don't buy films anymore, do you, still? When's the last time you bought a movie?
There was a long time ago. I'm only streaming movies.
That's not the question, Remco.
That was a long time ago. Maybe 10 years ago or more.
Like 13 years ago, maybe? 12, 13 years ago?
12 and a half years ago. Yeah.
So that's like around the same year as when GTA 5 released, right?
Yeah.
That is a long time ago, and that's how long we're waiting for GTA 6. But
it was a different era.
It was a different era. Because I also stopped buying any Blu-rays and DVDs. And you know what it is? Because over here you can see it. I had my face like, okay, I'm just going to buy Blu-rays of Jim Carrey and Quentin Tarantino. Yeah? But you know what it is?
What is it?
Blu-rays are now also lower quality because people with a 4K television, Blu-ray is not 4K. Because they have 4K discs now. It means that all those Blu-rays, and it is like that. If I play these Blu-rays on the TV, I know Momo's here, Remco, but if I play all these Blu-rays on the TV, the quality will be much worse than when I play it on Netflix, which is 4K. I mean it's not 4K.
I know. Yeah.
I have to buy every movie again in 4K because I bought it on DVD. Then I bought them on Blu-ray, these the Quentin and Robert Rodriguez movies here.
I can see it.
And now I have to then buy them again in 4K. But in 5 or 6 years, maybe 8K will be the standard,
have to buy them again.
Yeah, and it's not cheap also because these movies, in the 4K discs, whatever, it's like 30-40 euro for one movie.
Yeah,
So I
that's a
just
lot.
stopped buying, movies since the 4K time. Actually, since I got this TV, which is 2020. Yeah, because the quality is so bad. Because I lended a movie. I physically lended a movie from someone, physical. Yeah? You understand?
I understand.
You understand the joke?
Yeah, let's get physical. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
because we're doing this virtual now, right? That's what I mean. Like physically lending it,
Yeah.
The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. I tried to watch it, but the quality was so bad. It was like your camera last week. You understand? It was so bad that I couldn't watch it. Yeah.
Was it so bad?
No, really.
Yeah.
You've never seen the quality of a Blu-ray on a 4K television? It's really... I mean, you would probably say it's plausible and accept it, but it's really like I cannot accept it. I cannot, if you want to watch, a super nice, like The Revenant. You've heard of this movie, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it because of this. I haven't seen it.
Stop watching. No.
No, but of course it was horrible, and I hear so many good things about this movie. His first Oscar, he's fighting a bear or something, being fucked in the ass by a bear, whatever is happening. I don't know. I didn't see the movie yet. But,
Hey, that happens in the movie, yeah, that's, yeah.
Okay, spoiler, but...
But you already spoiled, yeah.
Let's zoom in a little bit more on Remco.
Yeah, The Revenant. Yeah.
So I didn't... Conclusion, I'm happy with this progress, virtual game cards, and I already forgot, we're talking about virtual game cards, that's it. And the other updates are also nice.
Yeah, but overall the update is it's nice. It's a good update.
That is the biggest thing, the virtual game card, and then the GameShare. Well, it depends on what games.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 must initiate. Well, I don't expect. Well, seeing how quick the Bayonetta thing went right here, maybe even games like Mario Kart multiplayer mode or Mario Kart is a Switch 2 game, but maybe even something more than just backgammon or chess,
Yeah, like good games. Yeah, I see options. I see potential.
You're saying that chess is a bad game. You will make a lot of people angry.
No, that's like a bad game.
Yeah, well,
more like a game that's been around for ages.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
Just different games like Bayonetta. Very glad I got Bayonetta. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, so I think maybe with GameShare stuff like Bayonetta, maybe even Smash Bros. Like, you want to play a match of Smash Bros, okay? And then you just share like a few levels and characters, whatever. Because the internet is so quick. I think it's possible, like within 60 seconds,
Yeah. You're all ready to go. Yeah.
And then for the rest, the icon colors.
Well, Donkey Kong is only the
No.
real... Huh?
I mean
the icon colors. Yeah,
not the profile, icon colors. The icon colors of the eShop and everything. I know Donkey Kong. You're gonna buy the sweater, right? Like,
of course. Yeah. I'm all hyped for Donkey Kong.
But today, when we were walking on this market, you and me, and I showed you like a jacket which looked very much like Donkey Kong, but you didn't buy it. Like I said, like this could be also something,
Yeah. It looked like a Donkey Kong jacket. Yeah.
But why didn't you buy it? Yeah, I mean, can you now say it honestly to the viewers at home? Because I think it needs to be talked about. It needs to be,
Because I want a Donkey Kong sweater, not a Donkey Kong jacket.
Yeah, it's gonna be released around Bonanza, right? This sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so the icon colors, I have to get used to it now. Seeing it again, the red color for the eShop, not so sure about that. Like, why is it not yellow? And why is there no yellow anymore at all? It's green, red, blue, and then turquoise or something. Instead of turquoise, I would have done yellow because then it would be exactly the same as the SNES colors and the SNES. But yeah, they did it already.
Oh, well. Yeah.
And then the icon colors, yes, Donkey Kong. And for the rest, the previews and the higher quality, well, let's go. Nintendo eShop.
Bayonetta is almost finished, by the way. The download is almost finished.
Whoa, the Nintendo eShop, it's a different color when I open it, of course.
Let's see.
Ooh, it's a little bit quicker.
Mm.
No, it loaded a little bit quicker, but still now.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! No, I mean they need to change this really. If it's still this eShop is still slow. It loaded a little bit quicker.
Still.
Are you in the eShop?
Yeah, I'm inside. Huh? I'm in your eShop. What's this?
No.
Or it's just loading. So.
You're in my eShop. How's that possible? I think it's just. I mean, do you see my avatar? It's just your eShop.
Oh, it's just so. It's going so slow. I don't know. Oh.
It's always going slow, but
Yeah,
so
but
it didn't change.
No.
I just want to look at the art because that's what a comment. Someone wrote somewhere over there. Okay.
Bayonetta successfully downloaded. Very nice.
Yeah. Just trying to play a little trailer here.
Yeah. It's just going so slow. Let's see. We're here. And how's it going? Is it
I think it's exactly the same.
Oh.
I'm looking at Minecraft, but I've also never played Minecraft, so I think it's just exactly the same. So I think that's higher quality and smoother user, art experience, blah blah blah, and user experience and art. It's very slow. Nothing has changed. It's extremely slow.
No, so it's just a rumor.
It was a rumor, and it's debunked right now. But you, Remco, you've never used the eShop, so
yeah, because it's so slow.
yeah. No, but now you're like checking and stuff. But yeah, but I've been hours long in this eShop. Also with Vincent back in the day. Like okay, let's buy a new game. But sometimes how hard is it to make this a little bit quicker?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have anything else to say about this, or?
No, my Bayonetta is finished, and I'm thinking it's really cool. This new new content, this new software update. I'm happy with it, and I think it's time to go over to the next news side, Jim.
Alrighty,
let's go. So Nintendo is suing a company for leaking the Nintendo Switch 2.
Aye. But how's it possible? Because the Nintendo Switch 2 is already announced and everything.
Yes. But this supposedly happened on the beginning of this year in January on the CES convention 2025. Yeah. So the company Nintendo is suing. It's called Genki. And Genki... well, it started out as a Kickstarter in, I think it was 2017-18, and they're making like all this stuff for the Nintendo Switch, so like a game controller or accessories for the Switch.
Yeah.
But Nintendo got a little bit angry because on this convention, actually. The thing they posted online on the site of the convention, they're saying that they're also happy to discuss any Switch 2 related information, and they that's quite strange that they actually mentioned.
Maybe we read the.
Yeah, could you read it?
Yeah. Okay. Will be featured at the entrance of the Eureka Park for 4 hours and get to meet the team at Genki. And go get to team at Genki, the most crowdfunded game hardware brand at Kickstarter ever. And so Kickstarter is this website where if you need money, you want to start something up. We could have done it for this podcast. People can donate, and we could have bought other cameras and stuff. But okay. Yeah. So this is the biggest crowdfunded game hardware brand ever. All right. We'll be sharing The products we've just finished crowdfunding as well as a peek of what next. Yeah, what's next?
Yeah.
So, happy to discuss any Switch 2 info we may have as well as the stuff we're making for it. Yeah, so I just now read the quote. It was very hard for me to read because it's super far away, this monitor.
Yeah,
but yeah,
for me it's like
a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But you let me read it and I appreciate it, Remco. I will get back at you in the next episode next week. So stay tuned, subscribe down below.
Yeah, well, so this company, Genki.
I'm going to remember this, yeah?
Yeah, so it's not Genki in Japanese, like Genki, are you doing well? Are you good? Or
Anata wa genki desu ka?
hi, Genki desu. Hi.
Genki.
Genki.
Genki is also...
I'm good.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
You're what?
I'm good.
You're Genki.
Oh, sorry. That's sorry.
So, yeah, you should be.
Oh.
Apology accepted. Genki, yes. Genki is, of course, multiple things. So, Genki is this company that effed Nintendo over, which is actually called Genki what? Genki Things or something?
Yeah,
Genki Things.
Genki Things.
Yes.
Because you have several Genki companies.
Yes. So this is Genki Things. There's also Genki, this other game company, which in 1990 is founded by two Japanese persons, and I don't know their names, but they were working for Sega. They left Sega, and they started a game company, Genki. And to this day, they're still making games, so it's not that Genki. Also here in Amsterdam, there's this restaurant called Genki in the Reguliers Dwarsstraat, where I once celebrated my birthday. Don't ask me why. But I was there with Jasper and Nienke and Tim, but not German Tim, Hungarian Tim. And we were eating at this Genki restaurant. It has nothing to do with Genki, this company that effed Nintendo over. And there's also Genki, to learn Japanese, the book, that Jamila once lended to me, and I never gave it back because she physically lended it to me. Or maybe she gave it, I forgot. But anyways, I still have the book. Genki 1 and 2. But me and Remco, we were more into the book Japanese for Busy People because we are quite busy. Yeah. Or at least I was more into that book.
Indeed.
But yeah. So Genki, and also on the internet there's a list of, there's so many companies that name their, company
so
Genki.
many.
Like do something else, like name it Warui or something, which means bad.
Wario. What are you?
I mean, if Michael Jackson would sing, I'm Warui, it would mean I'm bad. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm
what are you?
So, what we were talking about? Okay, so Genki.
Genki, well, this company, yeah.
Genki Things. The accessory maker Genki that exists since 2017 apparently, because in my memory I thought it was already way back,
Yeah.
But there was of course another accessory company, sure. At the CES, like Remco just now said, CES 2025, 1 week before the Nintendo Switch 2 was, shown to the public for the first time by Nintendo, yeah? At January 16th, this happened, yeah? So 1 week before, at this 3-day event, yeah, January 7 till 10, Genki thought it was wise to show their 3D mockups of the Switch 2 and their accessories that, would fit around it. So I don't know what the accessories are. I already forgot. Something to put your Switch in, stuff like that. Maybe a magnifying glass, whatever.
Yes.
Probably
like
not,
that.
but that was, back in the Game of Color time.
Some protection for your Switch too.
Well, we'll use as protection. Not me. There's nothing on the Switch, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm talking about my Switch.
Risky.
I'm talking about my Switch.
Yeah,
So,
I know. Yeah. Yeah, but...
and they thought it was a wise idea. Also here in their, quote, because this is mentioned on their website from back then.
It said literally in the...
Happy to discuss any Switch 2 info we may have. Well, they did that as well as the stuff we're making for it. So that as well. But it's about the happy to discuss any info they might have. Well, they gave away everything because back then there were like dozens of videos also. I mean, we didn't make videos yet because we started on the 16th. But there were videos everywhere about this is going to be the Switch 2. It's, this is going to be the size. This is how it looks like. we all knew exactly, how it was going to look like before this trailer. Also, you and me, because when this trailer came, it was underwhelming.
Yeah, it was very unwell.
Because I've seen this before. Last week, Nintendo show us something new.
And this is probably one of the things Nintendo showed us, like an underwhelming Nintendo Direct. Because of these leaks, I think Nintendo got angry. Nintendo got angry at Genki for doing this, like leaking this information.
Not a Direct, but just a trailer it was.
The trailer, I'm sorry. Yeah, the trailer about the new Nintendo Switch 2. And they got angry, and I think Furukawa got angry. And I also think this is the reason why we have $80 games right now. So angry.
You think he is so angry that they just decide to punish us all.
Yeah, we all punish.
And then Microsoft thought, hey, that's a good idea.
Let's punish them.
$80 games, so all because of Genki.
No, but this is quite serious that they leaked this. And they were kicked out of this convention, right? Because people were saying, where are they? Why are they? They're gone. And there was no explanation.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they're kicked out or just left, because for sure in the evening maybe someone called and said, like, what the hell are you doing, Genki?
Don't show up tomorrow.
Yeah. No, but something like that must have happened. And it's very not thoughtful. It's very stupid, naive. Like, they didn't think about this at all. And people were asking questions at this convention, the CES, a.k.a. Consumer Electronics Show. People were asking questions. Questions I right now at this moment forgot. But people were asking questions. You better.
They were interrogating.
Like, what's the end of Lord of the Rings? Tell me right now. What happens to Frodo? Where's Gollum?
Tell it now. Where is he? Where's the Joker? Where is he? He's here. Where is he?
I don't know how to respond to this. You mean Joker from Smash Brothers, Remco?
No, Joker from no. The Joker from Batman, from The Dark Knight. Like,
it's getting late.
No, they were asking loads of questions.
People were asking questions to Genki. Stuff like,
how do you know this? How do you know the exact size of the Nintendo Switch 2?
Yeah. That's the question. That's the question.
That was one of the questions.
And then they said, like, we got an inside person, or we have it from the black market. Like maybe some funny joke or something, but people took it serious.
Something vague, something like,
Yeah.
No.
You know what else is vague? Your Smash Bros. Playstyle.
No.
Oh.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Well, I will go there when the cameras turn off, Remco. But anyways, very stupid thing of Genki. And now, months later, so this is really recent, because today, of course, as we all know, it's May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. And the day before yesterday, it was Harry Potter Day. But the day in between Harry Potter and Star Wars Day is when this news popped up. Nintendo is suing Genki. Because months ago we didn't know. Genki just disappeared. Okay, strange. Of course, everyone expected it. But now the monkey comes out of the sleeve, which is a Dutch proverb. Means the truth comes out. Nintendo is suing them. And that's about it, right?
That's the end of their story. And
I mean, it's going to be the end of Genki, maybe even. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
Not so Genki anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, were they just doing accessories for the Switch, or maybe also for other consoles, or Nintendo DS, or just, I don't know exactly. Because I just buy first-party accessories.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any accessories actually. I just dock my Switch. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the rest, you wanted to say something about Costa Rica?
No, just
you want to,
I'm just saying, like,
little
Nintendo sues lots of companies, and recently they're also being sued sometimes. And the most recent case was like a supermarket in Costa Rica.
Yahoo! Yeah, €2.50, or not in Costa Rica. It's not euros, but
no.
Yahoo! A package of milk. That's $2 for you, sir. Do you want the 2 Snickers for $1.50? Yahoo! Oh,
yeah, but
that's the supermarket's name, right?
Yeah, the supermarket's name was Super Mario.
That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah,
now it all makes sense. Oh,
that's the reason why Nintendo sued the supermarket. But we heard that the supermarket, well, they won the case, so They can continue with their Super Mario Supermarket.
Yeah, but it's strange, right?
Yeah, but it's strange. Yeah, I felt like, well, okay, well, I don't
Maybe
know.
we should also open a store here.
Yeah, I don't know. Nintendo's gonna sue us if we do that.
No, but I mean, we will win, right? Like, we can open a store and we name it like Bowser's Castle, and no one will be able to sue us.
Yeah, maybe. Well, if you go a little bit further, like Genki, well, what do you think the odds? What are your chances?
But what do you mean? Like,
You think it's over for them, right?
yeah.
For Genki, yeah.
Well,
I
it
think
depends
so,
on how much money they got in their Kickstarter. It's a
Yeah.
Kickstarter, so
And maybe they should start a new Kickstarter. Help us with this lawsuit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they made a lot of money, and I think the thought behind this all is the sooner we get our name out there with our accessories, and everyone's eyes is focused, of course, on the Switch 2. And people, think of the Switch 2, they'll think of us, something like that, you
Yeah.
know.
Keep us in mind, yeah.
And that's why they were so eager to get this news out. Like, look, we got a very nice Switch 2 case or whatever. But just not, I understand. CES is, at that moment, but
Yeah, it's not smart.
it's not smart at all. They could have said, like, we're working on something, and for the rest, not shown anything. Just make a video about it or something. Well, yeah. For sure they got their eyes on them now, but in a bad, negative way.
Yeah, fortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, for them.
For them, yeah.
So not so Genki.
No. What are you?
But the supermarket in Costa Rica, well,
Yeah.
it's interesting that they won because Super Mario. Yeah, okay, Mario is a name. So yeah, maybe you just put Super. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something about the name. Yeah, I think they just got lucky also, and yeah.
Yeah, because what if my name was Mario and I could just also call something Super Mario? If my name is Mario, then you understand?
Mario.
Yeah. But if I'm gonna use if I'm gonna put on a hat and also the letter M, it could still be,
Yeah, it could be, but then it would be a little bit more like.
But then also grow my mustache and stuff.
Yeah.
Then it's getting a little bit more
overall.
tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. Red shirt.
Yeah. Blue string. Yeah, and then
You're
okay.
pushing it. You're
Yeah.
pushing it.
Yeah.
Well, I think there was this news item.
I'm glad we're done with
Yeah.
it because I have a little bit of sore throat.
Yeah.
But we're not done yet.
Oh no.
I think it's time to do the last part of this podcast, right? We're done with everything, eh? The last part of this week.
The last part.
Quite a long podcast, actually, for a week with such, not so much news.
Unexpected. Yeah.
No, but we're not done yet, Remco.
Oh.
I'm gonna put you to the test.
Oh no.
We're gonna head back in time, Marty, with the Retro Rewind N64 edition. Gracias, hombre. So,
There you go.
Retro Rewind.
I totally forgot.
Really?
No.
Oh.
It was over here.
So, every week at the end of this podcast, I'm looking through this book. Well, not me. Every week it's someone else. It's either me or Remco. So this week it's me.
Switch it up.
Let's switch it up. I'm a little bit exhausted, but I'm gonna do this with my last reserves for you. For you at home, So, I'm gonna pick a game. This is the N64 Encyclopedia, given to me by my mother. Hello, Ilona. And I thought it would be nice to use this book here in this podcast. Every week, one of us picks a game. We're gonna read this game to each other, and then the other person is guessing the game. But of course, the obvious words like Mario, Bowser's Castle, and stuff like that, we will change them up. Last week, Remco was thinking a lot about Lord of the Rings and Frodo and everything. But this week, let's see what pops up in my mind. And you at home also, you might know this game. Let me know in the comment section down below the timestamp when you guessed the game. Did you guess it before Remco or after Remco? Or maybe Remco's not going to guess it at all. And maybe please comment down below if you hear this sentence. Because, we hardly get any comments. And we really appreciate it. And also the algorithm and stuff. So.
Yeah, so we want to see your comments. And also comment if you see last week's episode also. If you've seen, did Tycho really guess the right game? Well, it was a hard game. Well,
yeah,
for you maybe not, or for me not, but I don't know.
Maybe for the people at home.
Yeah, There were loads of Lord of the Rings stuff, so yeah.
Okay, I got a game.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a sip of water.
oh no,
You can't see, right? Okay.
I cannot see it, but let's see what's gonna be this week.
Okay.
Okay, hit me. Well,
Hit me. By the way, I was drinking. I still have some Chupa Chup drinky.
Chupa Chup. Huh?
My review is. I expected it to be way sweeter. Like there's almost no sugar in it. But okay. And you with your Fanta Zero sugar?
Oh, this was a little bit
Sweet.
sweet.
Yeah, because this is. It's like
okay.
this is not zero, but.
No, I was expecting it to be like very sweet.
Not at all.
Like
it's
a Chupa
like
Chup.
Carvan Saviton, limonade, lemonade, and then with water. That's how it tastes like. But then a little bit too less. Like, can I have some more Carvan Saviton? That's how it tastes like.
I watered it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Let me just... okay, not Lord of the Rings. Alrighty then. Okay, I know.
Okay.
Few games have seen such a seismic shift of tone during their development than Pulp Fiction did. Originally revealed during the E3 Expo in 1997, the same year as the release of the Titanic, featuring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, under the title Pulp Fiction. Which is, of course, strange because Pulp Fiction comes from 1994. But okay, let's not focus on that. And shown again at the following year's show as Jackie Brown Tales. Pulp Fiction. The game was originally supposed to be an extremely colorful and cheery platformer in the style of Super Mario 64, in which an endearingly happy John Travolta called Marcellus Wallace. Wait, what's the name? In which an extremely colorful in which an endearingly happy John Travolta named Vincent Vega and his companion. What's the name?
What's his name? Marcel. What does he look like?
No, not Marcel. Samuel Jackson. What's the name? What's the name? Oh, that's not good. I forgot the name of Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction. That means I need to see the movie again. So, and his endearing his companion Samuel Jackson collected, a suitcase full of gold. Press response to Pulp Fiction was mixed. While many were impressed at the game's visual detail, others were critical of its overly cuddly, twee nature and felt it was maybe a little bit too, and now comes a very difficult word, saccharine. Yeah, like SACCHARINE. Even for the 3D platforming genre. This wasn't to last though, and eventually, after constant infighting among the game's development team, led to the game essentially being scrapped for a while. The cute and cuddly concept was replaced by a far more mature tone, with the game getting a final name changed to Marcellus Wallace. The resulting game was a big surprise to players when it was released, not least because it was exclusive to the generally family-friendly Nintendo 64. The North American version even had a note running across the bottom of the box saying, "This game is not for anyone under the age of 17.
Oh.
The game opens with Marcellus Wallace enjoying a few pints at his local pub. The Cock and Plucker. After a particularly heavy session, which ends with him waking up the next day in the woods, a severely hungover Marcellus Wallace has to make his way home to Vincent Vega. But along the way, he finds himself getting into all the manner of situations, from getting involved in an ongoing rivalry between Vincent Vega and Samuel Jackson, to eventually ending up in a war zone situation where he's enlisted with an army of grey Bruce Willis to take out a squad of Nazi-like Uma Thurmans called Honey Bunny. In the most infamous section, he even comes face to face with the great Marcellus Wallace. No, okay. Marcellus Wallace comes face to face with someone else. So with the great, I will just read it. You know what's with the great Mighty Pooh, a giant opera-singing blob of faces who demands to be fed sweet corn and can only be defeated by throwing toilet rolls into his mouth while he sings such lines as, "I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you," and other things I probably can't write here in case children are reading. All this scatological mirth would be for naught if the game itself wasn't fun to play. But, here comes the hint, Rare's pedigree ensured that Pulp Fiction was critically well received for its platforming mastery, as much as its potty mouth. Despite this, Remco-chan, game was considered a commercial failure due to numerous reasons. Releasing it at the end of the N64's life, and as such, it's a very rare game, pun intended. Those looking to try out would perhaps be better served by buying the... You still don't have a clue? No. Xbox One compilation, Rare Replay, which features an HD version of the N64 game, as opposed to its more censored Xbox remake, Pulp Fiction 2.
Oh, maybe I know it. Maybe.
And that's the wall text, Remco. I read everything. I mean,
is it?
I can still say some hints here, but
Is it Perfect Dark?
So,
Maybe.
I mean, look, Perfect Dark. Is there like this guy singing about shit, throwing shit at you and toilet rolls?
I thought you made that up, but I thought you made no, this is crazy.
Oh, you thought I made that up?
Yeah, I thought you made it up. Like, oh man. Like, okay, well.
Okay, so you know what I'm guessing? I'm guessing that at home there's many people who guess this game.
Yeah,
I guess, but when I say this, you will probably know it.
Rare.
I would just say it. Yeah. I mean, come on, the people have been watching us for more than 1.5 hours. So
spill the beans.
Yeah,
let's go. Yeah, you have to look.
The game is. I have to look. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh,
you know that. The squirrel with the, squirrel, the bad-mouthed squirrel, fuck this, that, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we've never played the game.
Never.
Me too, but I know about this game.
I know about it, yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because there's this sentence that I was reading, and you're laughing, but it's really, I was just reading what it said here, like, the game opens with Conker, enjoying a few pints at his local pub. The Cock and Plucker. After a particularly heavy session, which ends him in waking up in the woods, blah, blah, blah. I mean, hungover, it's all there, Okay. Like, I didn't make this up. And then the Nazi and everything, I'm just reading. And then the Great Mighty Pooh, I didn't,
Okay.
So, Conker's Bad Fur Day. For those who don't know what this game is, here's some screenshots. This is the squirrel, and Rare is the company who also made Donkey Kong Country back in the day, and now Microsoft bought Rare, and that's why, you know, this Xbox part at the end. I mean, that was also quite a big hint. But if you don't know it, then of course, then you don't know.
Yeah, but I felt like Microsoft. I knew like Perfect Dark went to Microsoft.
Yeah.
And I thought like the suitcase with money, like okay, maybe something happens in the beginning, but
the suitcase with money, I made that up.
It's a platform, and like I don't know.
I made the suitcase up because that's from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the suitcase is in Pulp Fiction, the movie, right? So,
so confusing.
yeah. I can make it easy, but when did I talk about the suitcase? Somewhere. Oh. But look, also. It's a cheery platform in the style of Super Mario 64, you understand? So you could think of like, okay, these are the graphics, because it looks like Super Mario 64, but then a squirrel.
And with a bad mouth.
Yeah. But the suitcase with money, I forgot where that was. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. At home, if you guessed this game, let us know in the comment section down below, because I think that, you know, quite some people would know.
Did you guess it?
Yeah.
I didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate for you indeed, because 1 point for me, 1 point for you, and
or maybe next time you also won't guess it.
Yeah, just if you pick a game like Pokemon Puzzle League, then of course I'm gonna guess it, Remco. So, you know, this time I was also thinking about another game, but I thought, you know what, it's too easy. Let's go, you know, a little bit higher. So that's why I went for Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah.
Okay. I'll remember.
So, what do you feel like doing right now?
Ooh. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe play some Smash?
Let's play some Smash. So that means it's the end of this podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Today we were mainly talking about, of course, the Nintendo Switch 1 firmware update 20.0.0. And we were also talking about Nintendo who's suing companies. One, in this case, Genki, which is not so Genki that they're being sued for Genki. And we were talking about other stuff. GTA 6 is being delayed. And oh man, what a week it was. What a week. And what else was there? And Xbox is gonna, you know, let's pump up the price. Yeah. Whatever. It's all Trump's fault with the tariffs, of course. Yes. And, oh, well, that's it, right? There's something else there, but I can't read it anymore.
Oh, it's out of frame. And still no pre-orders for Europe.
And still no pre-orders. And I think next week as well, you know, it's going to be like that. So, thank you. I mean,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching till the end of this video. And hope to see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Please comment.
Please, just even
something.
Ciao.
Okay, ciao.